Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to update you on all immigration law related coronavirus news, and I strongly suggest that you watch this video, especially if your visa already expired or about to expire before 31st of July 2020. As you will see from today's video, there are a number of various temporary concessions which were introduced by the Home Office in order to help you deal with the current coronavirus-related immigration situation. So let us begin.
If you're in the UK and your visa expires before 31st of July 2020, your visa will be extended to 31st of July 2020, provided you cannot leave the UK because of travel restrictions or self-isolation related to coronavirus. Guys, this is not an automatic extension, so you need to take steps in order to get your visa extended to 31st of July 2020. You need to complete a special, very straightforward form, which if you send this submit button will be sent to the coronavirus immigration team. If you need the link to this form or contact details of the coronavirus immigration team, you can ask for them at ukvisasuccess.com/it gets better. If you already had your visa extended to 31st of May 2020 and already contacted the Home Office coronavirus team, you do not need to do anything at this stage, as your visa will be extended automatically to 31st of July 2020. However, in their guidance, the Home Office says that they expect everyone to take reasonable steps to leave the UK before 31st of July 2020. So if their visa expired before that time, and they need to make sure that they leave the UK sooner rather than later. And this seems to be an indication that the automatic visa extensions due to coronavirus time are likely to end after 31st of July 2020. There are certain categories of visa applications which you cannot make when you are in the UK, so you cannot switch to these immigration categories. And when you want to make this type of visa application, the Home Office will usually expect you to leave the UK and apply from outside, either at the British Embassy or High Commission. These rules are temporarily suspended until 31st of July 2020. You can apply from the UK to switch to a long-term UK visa until 31st of July 2020 if your leave expires before that date. This means before 31st of July 2020. And you can also apply from the UK if your visa expires after 31st of July 2020, but you urgently need to make a new application. For example, you need to start a new job, or you need to start a course of study, and so on and so forth. And you cannot leave the UK to make the application from outside. And this includes applications to switch into a different work route or to change jobs in the same route using the new certificate of sponsorship. Of course, only this part of the rule is suspended, so you still need to meet the requirements of the route you're applying in, and you need to also pay the fee for making such an application. Almost all applications can now be done online. There will also be the same conditions attached to your visa after you submit your visa application, and the same conditions as they were before. With regards to the application and service centers in the UK, quite a few of them have now reopened for existing customers. So if you go to ukvisasuccess.com/it gets better, I'll provide you with a link which you can use in order to check whether the centers are open in your area. Also, some English testing centers are resuming their services. If you'd like to book your English language test, you need to contact these centers directly. If you need the link, you can again get it at ukvisasuccess.com/ it gets better. If you already made an appointment before coronavirus time, it is likely that these centers will get in touch with you themselves. You just probably need to give them a couple of weeks. And if they don't contact you within the next 2 weeks or so, it's probably a good idea if you contact them again directly and inquire about the progress and ask them when you can book your appointments. Guys, the Home Office has also given some temporary concessions for the points-based system applicants. For example, if you're a Tier 1 entrepreneur, you no longer need to employ at least 2 people for 12 consecutive months. The 12-month period you are required to employ someone can be made up of multiple jobs across different months. Time when your employees were not working due to coronavirus will not be counted towards the 12 months period. And if you have not been able to employ staff for 12 months, by the time your visa expires, you'll be allowed to temporarily extend your stay to give time to meet these requirements. And by the way, guys, the Tier 1 entrepreneur route is now closed to new applicants, so it's no longer available. It's only for existing applicants, those who want to make their further leave or indefinite leave to remain applications. If you would like to be a student or to continue your studies here in the UK and you have applied for a Tier 4 visa and are waiting for a decision on your application, you can start your course of studies before your visa application has been decided. However, that is provided your sponsor is a Tier 4 sponsor and the name of your sponsor is on a Home Office recognized list of sponsors, and you have been given a confirmation of acceptance for studies by this sponsor, and you submitted your application before your current visa expired and you showed your sponsor evidence of this, and the course you start is the same as the one listed on your confirmation of acceptance for studies. However, you need to bear in mind, guys, that if your application is eventually rejected as invalid or refused, you must stop your course of studies and leave the UK. If you applied for a Tier 2 or Tier 5 visa and are waiting for a decision on your application, you can start working before your visa application has been decided. Again, there are a few requirements to meet. First of all, you need to have been assigned a certificate of sponsorship and you submitted your application before your current visa expired and you showed your sponsor evidence of this, and the job you start is the same as on the list on your certificate of sponsorship. If you're working for the NHS, first of all, thank you so much for all your help during a coronavirus time. Secondly, according to the Home Office guidance, some health workers and their family members will get their visa automatically extended because of coronavirus, and the extension will apply from the date your visa is due to expire. If your visa is due to expire after 1st of October 2020, you'll need to extend your visa as usual. So this concession is given to those whose visa is about to expire before 1st of October 2020. This pre-1st of October 2020 concession applies only to those who work in the profession which you see on the screen. So guys, if you would like to check, please pause this video and see if your profession is on this list. And if you're applying for a global talent, a startup or innovator visa and your endorsement from an endorsing body has already expired because you have not been able to travel to UK, you may still be eligible for your visa. You just need to make your application to the Home Office as planned and they will consider your application on a case-by-case basis. If your 30-day visa to travel to the UK for work, study or to join family has expired or is about to expire, you can request a replacement visa with revised validity dates free of charge until the end of 2020. To make a request, you need to contact the Coronavirus Immigration Help Center at ukvisasuccess.com/it gets better. So all you need to do in order to make such an application is to include your name, nationality, date of birth, and your reference number with the replacement 30-day visa in the subject line. If you already contacted this team before and they have not responded to your inquiry, you need to do this again. And in your email, you need to mention that this is your second request and you need to ask them to prioritize it. So once the visa application centers are open, they will arrange a replacement visa for you, which will be valid for 90 days. And of course, you will not be penalized for being unable to collect your biometric residence permit while coronavirus measures were in place. The process will be in place until the end of 2020. If you're applying to enter the UK or remain on the basis of family or private life, you should be aware of the temporary concession in place if you're unable to meet the requirements of the family immigration rules to enter or remain in the UK due to coronavirus. These are mainly to do with the minimum income requirements. Up to 31st of July 2020, applicants in the UK as a visitor or with a visa of up to 6 months can switch into a family or private life route, provided, of course, they meet all the requirements. With regards to the minimum income requirements, if you've experienced a loss of income due to coronavirus, what the Home Office will do, they will take into consideration your income before coronavirus time, and this is before March 2020. And if your salary was reduced because of the coronavirus, the Home Office will consider your application as though you still earn 100% of your salary. And if you're self-employed and you suffered some losses between 1st of March 2020 until 31st of July 2020, this will be completely disregarded by the Home Office. And also they made another concession with regards to the specified documents. As you know, they're very strict with regards to the documents which you'll need to provide together with the application. So now, according to their guidance, they say that they may waive the requirement to provide some specified documents, provided you can prove that you cannot provide these documents because of the coronavirus. And finally, guys, it is absolutely possible that your visa situation is a unique one and is not covered by any situation which I've described in this video. And in this case, the best thing to do is to contact the Coronavirus Immigration Help Center and ask them what you should do next. And if this matter is urgent, you should put urgent in the subject line. And this is it. This is all we wanted to discuss in this video. Guys, I would like to invite you to visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com/more, where you'll find plenty of free resources explaining various UK immigration routes. And also you are invited to subscribe to a newsletter and become a part of the ukvisasuccess.com community, because this community receives exclusive offers from me where I arrange various free masterclasses explaining various aspects of UK immigration law, and also they get an invitation to a weekly podcast where I answer various immigration law related questions. So we'll be very happy to welcome you to this community. And this is it from me, guys. Have an amazing week.